Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be unboxing the tower. This is the D&D WizKids Icons of the Realms insane set, and as you can see, it's not a small box, although it's not overly deep. Let's jump in, have a look, and wow, it's big. All right, let's open this up. So we have instructions on how to put it together. Now obviously you can choose to not use all 3 floors and stuff like that. I'm just going to spin this around so I can actually sort of sit down, because this box is huge. Straight away, wow, it looks pretty chunky, and yeah, there's a lot of the box filled. There's also, under some pieces, quite a lot of air. Let's jump in and have a look. So these are the building pieces, gaps which are for the windows. I'll show all of this, obviously. Very chunky, solid feeling and sounding items. Really impressed with that. There we go. So that's one of the floors. We've got one of the other floor designs here. 4 of these again to make the actual circle. Again, these are pretty weighty, pretty solid feeling. So that's quite impressive. These, this must be for the bottom floor. So when these have gone together, you then put this up there as sort of a flying buttressy sort of stuff. So the bottom floor's in a lot more pieces than the 4 of the other 2 floors. These are, again, these don't fit. I mean, they are slightly hollow, I think. They're not full plastic, but ooh, they do sort of, they're not quite the same material almost. It feels like they've got sort of like a, don't know if you can hear the difference there, but it feels a little more resiny than plasticky, but still it looks stunning. Absolutely amazing. Right, let's jump in. We've now got the dudes. Now there's 4 lots of these to fit round the top. We'll have a look at that again in a minute. These, however, not solid. These are very, very bendy, and that's because it's got to bend round the top. First thoughts, nice and easy to be able to put them in with the little just pegs, just poke them in the top. Does mean it's going to be harder to use these in other places, you know, along the side of a dungeon. Bit of a shame there, but still fantastic for the tower. Oh, let's go for ones that's right in front of me if I can get it out of the box. Blimmin' hell. Crikey. There we go. There's one window out. So the windows, so you've got these pieces and you've got the window pieces. They only fit one way up, so I couldn't rotate it and have it that way. But that's just literally going to slot in like so. And I think that looks absolutely stunning. I think it looks like it's part of the wall when it's like that. And from this side, it kind of does too. But you can easily just pop that out, and you've got kind of like a broken down one. And you could have half of these in, 1 of these in, 3. You've got 8, so they go all the way around if you want. That's a really nice touch. I really like you getting some options with that, because, you know, it's not a cheap set. Back in the box. Right, let's jump over here to the staircases. So obviously from the bottom layer and the other layers, you're going to need staircases. So you've got 3 of these. So they will sit when you've got the floor in, something like that. It's nice that they're sort of the full height. I think I'm going to look to maybe use some of these in a Warlock tiles build at some point to see how well they work sort of with other Warlock tiles. But generally, these are, again, really solid, obviously not very solid, and it actually, unlike a lot of WizKids products which are painted underneath, they're not really, you can really sort of see underneath isn't brick. A lot of the Warlock stuff, you turn it upside down and it's still painted and looks like it should and everything. So not a shame, because it's always going to be on the table or something. You're not really ever going to be looking underneath it. It's not like a table that you might put flipped. Here is the entranceway. So this is the doors, and the doors do open outwards, but there's more than that. Now, like with the windows, this is a fantastic feature, I think, because if I just give this a slight push, there we go, just trying to be a little bit careful, the whole bit comes away, and then you've got this really sort of broken entranceway. Now, there's nothing to put in instead to have a smaller one, so you've either got the door piece like this there, or nothing. But I like the way, you can take the windows out, you can take the door out, and then this tower is going to look completely different. And you could maybe put other terrain around in this. You could put like this sort of broken on the floor. Again, though, the underneath of that and the sides of that, they don't look like they've sort of been incorporated into the bricky design. And even actually, which is a little upsetting, whatever the word is I'm looking for, displeasant, unpleasant, whatever. It looks just like grey plastic on the side once you've taken that out. And as the idea in my head would be, you take that out and then this is this entranceway, just having plastic, like grey plastic, at least it's grey. It just doesn't look inside here like brickwork, which means it doesn't quite fit in with the rest. Again, I'm picking out these little details that I think are wrong because the price point is ridiculous. Now, let's jump into the middle, so a little bit here. So this, again, I'm going to struggle to get this out, aren't I? There we go. That was easier than I expected. So, pop that down. This is the top. So this is where you wrap these guys around. So I have absolutely no idea how these are supposed to go in because they've got bobbles on them. Probably like so. There we go. So you can put them round the edge like that, and that's you then have the other ones that go. There's the one below here, then has a peg, 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 rather than two pegs and two pegs, and they go round the top, which will look absolutely brilliant when I've pushed it in properly. Again, you'll be seeing pictures and stuff of it fully built and stuff like that. One thing, this just sort of sits on, so it's not like clipped on or anything. It just sort of sits there. I mean, it fits there quite snugly, but it will just fall out. And then, kind of accidentally, I did notice that you can slowly but surely just take this bit out as well. Not entirely sure why you'd take that bit out. Unless there's something below here that would be useful, unless you're, I don't know, wanting it to be a solid roof, but you can take that out if you want to. Again, underside looks absolutely awful, and then it's just gonna, if I get the right orientation, like so, and it will just slowly push in from the four sides. But you don't want to see me do that, so I'll just push, as I've only got one side left to go. And then here we have the cardboard, rather solid cardboard. It's a good couple of millimeters thick. And these are your levels. So you've got two solid ones. So you've got stone one, both sides very much gridded because it's a stone floor. And then this one is wooden. You've got wooden with a grid, wooden without a grid, both of them having a staircase on them. And then you've got two ringed ones, so you can see through. Again, you have a gridded and a non-gridded side. Personally, I would have maybe liked to have 3 solid ones and then some ringed ones as extras, just so you could have the 3 layers, because that's the base. Then you've got 2 other layers where you could potentially want to have a full solid floor. Again, you're paying a lot of money for this set, so I feel like they should have gone above and beyond and made it so you could have 3 full floors if you wanted to. Now I'm going to try and build the thing, following the helpful instructions, hopefully helpful instructions, and I'll probably show most of that, and then we'll have a look at what it looks like fully built. So I have built it. Now, this is certainly a relatively solid build. It's all kind of like put together with friction in terms of the things just sort of pushed together, and then because it's pushed together in a circle, they are kind of keeping everything in. Instantly, I'm thinking this is a very solid thing. I have noticed one thing on the back of the box. I'm not going to try and turn this around, but it does say that there are 3 double-sided floor tiles. Now, obviously, I got 2 full tiles and then 2 ones with a gap in the middle. So I don't know if I was only supposed to get one of those ones with the gap in the middle. I am not sure about that. That's just something I noticed from my box that's different from the back, from the contents on the back of the box. I just thought that was a little bit odd. Otherwise, you know, this is pretty damn tall. The exact height, let's find out. Now I'm going to do it twice. So if you include the statues around the top, that is 14.5 inches. Spinning it round for something that's much more understandable, that's 37 and a couple of millimeters, 37 centimeters tall. And if you don't want to include the statues, it's 31 centimeters tall and about just under 12.5 inches tall. Width, that's about 9 inches wide, which is about 23 centimeters wide. So this really is something big to behold. Hope you've enjoyed the unboxing and, you know, some of my thoughts along the way. It's solid. It looks stunning. I do wish the cardboard floors weren't cardboard. I feel like you're paying £250, so that's the RRP. Probably means you can get it for less than that. What's that in dollars? I don't know. Maybe after reductions, about $250 basically. It's a lot of money to then have cardboard floors when it's a Warlock. WizKids have the Warlock tiles. I don't know why the floors aren't Warlock tiles. The rest of it though, glorious. I love the fact these windows pop off and, you know, you can very instantly have a hole in the side that looks really quite cool. It looks like it has been broken and it's run down a bit, so you can customize it. Apart from that though, there's no other options to customize. I'm surprised there's not maybe different statues or different windows or just a couple of things that, you know, when you remove these buttresses things, these bits, there's nothing instead of them, so it just looks, you have to have them sort of thing. You're paying a lot of money. I just think maybe there could have been a couple of more customizable options, but I love the fact these windows come off and the front door as well comes off. You know, they make it so it's worth it. This is going to be something that's solid and lasts for a long time. This is going to stay in your collection. You can use this for wizards' towers. You could use this as, you know, a keep in the center of a castle and so many different locations like that. You can run a one-shot of just working your way up this. And yeah, I really like it. Anyway, that's an unboxing, basically a mini thoughts and initial thoughts and review there for The Tower.